Boom, boom. This is Kenny Rivety. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit of Azur laying on tap today. So we got a bunch to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so the Swirling Cherry Blossom event has closed. So there is no longer any way to run any sorties of the Cherry Blossom event. However, as always, the remaining reward compensation, utilizing your rewards, is still open. So you can still get a beaky. Okay, donning ceremony is still open. This is for the completion if you want to complete the limit breaking of all ships. This is open for another 7 days, as we mentioned yesterday. So get in there and knock that out. The shop is, of course, still open for that as well. So you can still, want to make sure you get Nishiro, do all the stuff. I just purchased just basically, everything that I pretty much needed. The shop for the event for the Vacation Offensive is closed. That closed, as I said yesterday. So I hope everybody was able to get in there and claim everything for that, because once it's gone, it's gone. You got a bunch of stuff for your dorm inside of there. So that was gone. That's gone as well. So what is new? Well, we've got a rerun event. I love this event simply because the fact that it's extremely it's a server-based event, which means your whole server has to actually participate for you to actually get the rewards. We cleared this. We had this. This is a rerun. We did this last year. I think we cleared it like 9 days. So we'll have to see how we do here. But yeah, basically, you get some really good rewards as you're going through, and of course, you get a pure oxygen torpedo as a reward for the end. You can get these in the merit shop, and you should be purchasing these in the merit shop simply because the fact that you should have all of your subs and all of your torpedo boats equipped with the pure oxygen torpedo, as it's the best option for them. So basically, start off running the hard or normal, easy, whatever. Once you've completed several of those, you'll complete the mission to get the challenge tickets. You can't run EX until you get challenge tickets. You will have 0 challenge tickets when you start. After running a couple of the levels, you get mission rewards for completing a Crosswave, and then they'll start giving you some tickets. You can get 5. That's the most you can get in a day. Okay. You want to run EXE simply because of the fact that easy, normal, and hard are a fixed amount of experience points which go towards the actual thing. It's fixed. EX is 60 seconds, as much damage as you can do, and how much damage you can do determines how much is taken away from the actual reward bar. Okay, so you definitely want to complete as many of these as you can under the EXE. 5 is the most, but then you can run it, and so that's the way to get the if you can't beat easy, normal, and hard, if you can't beat these, then EX probably would not be the best choice for you, simply because of the fact that if you can't beat these, you're probably not going to do enough damage and not survive long enough to last on the EX event. But that is what it is. So just run as many as you can. I think you have to run 10 a day to get as one of the rewards for getting a challenge ticket. All right, so that's up. So get in there and knock that out. All right, so we've also got a bunch of PR. The PR4 ships have been released. We'll discuss them here in a second on an individual basis. But they also have the PR mission is now open for PR2. You should have already completed PR1. If you're new to the game, this came out last year when they introduced the PR3 ships. They came out with this thing where you could do all these to get data packs. These data packs are totally awesome. Okay, well, now they've got PR2 data packs. Okay, you want to make sure you complete all these. Okay, as you can see, they're not anything difficult. It's real simple stuff, and you'll get the data packs. Okay, so these data packs, what are these data packs? So I'll show you what these data packs are, ladies and gentlemen. These data packs are totally awesome because these data packs can be used against experience on any of the ships in the PR2 category that you are developing, which is good for me, okay, because I have Azuma, so I've already got 188 packs. So as you can see, I need 2.4 million. So let's see how I might actually be able to beat her with what I've got right now. Yep, plenty. So let's see here, 2. Submit. She's done. There she is. She's a beast. She's a total beast. She's a frontline tank that does not die. She's got more hit points than backline ships. Yeah, so this is Azuma. She's going to be my new tank in front of the Vanguard for my PvP. Once I get her up, of course, I've got a long way to go to get her built, but I've already got some research points for her. So this is her. So she's now built. Okay. Now I also had one other ship that I was building inside of here, which was, you can change this every 24 hours, which was Seattle. I'm almost, as you can see, I've almost completed her. So just finish her off. Submit. So it's complete. So she's done now as well too. So yeah, but now so these are only feasible for priority 2 ships. It's not for any other. So you have to choose one in here. Of course, you know you want to choose. My suggestion: understand that you know you can't build. Don't try to build a fleet around any of these right now. I mean, let's face it. It takes. I've been working on FTG for nearly a year now. I've got her to the point where she's feasible. She replaced Tirpitz. My original Iron Blood Blackline was Bismarck, Graf Zeppelin, and Tirpitz. Okay. FTG surpassed Tirpitz in terms of damage, so it's now Bismarck, and it's now FTG and Graf Zeppelin. So that's my backline. Graf Zeppelin is my weakest link in that backline. My front line is Rune U, and Prince Heinrich. All of them are acceptable. They all are very good. I mean, I have over 14,000 on my Vanguard points on my 14,000 power on my Vanguard, and even more on my backline. But so they're fine. I want to do main. I'm working on mains from the PR3 as a possible substitute for Rune U. But again, that's in the future. She's not ready yet. PR ships, I really don't utilize them until they're like right here. I have to get that Lex star. Once I get that star, they usually surpass what you can get from in the field in terms, you know, but FTG did. So, but I'm not sure about that anyway. But from the PR2 standpoint, your best bet would be to use those points on either Georgia or Seattle. Okay, Seattle's an excellent light cruiser, one of the best in the game. Okay, so you know, and she's Eagle Union, so she's a useful ship. Okay, I went for Georgia first simply because I needed a nuker, and she brought me the nuker. I've been wanting to substitute. My Eagle Union was strictly backline, was strictly carrier based. I wanted to start introducing some of the battleships in there. So that's why I went for Georgia. She does a ton of damage. I'm working on her fate simulation now. I'm almost finished with that as well, which will give her main gun spread, range by 3, and increases damage dealt to CA, CB, BCB. So basically by 10%. Okay, so just basically more. Also increases damage dealt to carriers. Okay, I mean, it's just ridiculous. She's going to do even more damage. So that's one of the reasons I went for her. But yeah, so I would choose one of those ships. Okay, you know, PR1s you want to go for. I suggest Monarch or Rune. Okay, PR2 I suggest Georgia, Seattle. I mean FTG's here. I can suggest FTG too, but understand she takes a really long time to build. And then for PR3, I've got mains. She's already been built. She has shield. So that's why I really like her. But all these are ship. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what was just entered out. So we've got the PR4, and they have really outdone themselves with development on this to begin with. All right, so we've got Anchorage, Eagle Union. Okay, and we've got Hakuryu, Sakura Empire, of course. Awesome design there. And then we've got Azur, Iron Blood. Awesome looking there, battle cruiser. And then we've got the ship that I will be building, August von Parzival, aircraft carrier. I just love this design. I love the hair too. But as I said, my weakest link in my backfield for my Iron Blood fleet was the fact that Graf Zeppelin, while she does pretty good damage, and she's an SSR, she's a pretty good carrier. Okay, not the best. This would be better. So that's why I'm going for her, simply because of the S in the Aviat, which means she's going to do a ton of damage. Okay, so that's why I'm going for her. Also, understand the fact that Hekaryu and Azur are advanced ships, meaning they require 1.2 and 2.4. So they require 3.6 million experience points, while Argus von Possible is one of the first level, which means she only needs 1 million and 2 million, 3 million. So take that into account. You know, Hakuryu and Azur are going to take you 600,000 more experience points. Experience points, of course, are gathered by using a fleet, ships of the same fleet in combat after their limit broke. All right, so that's what you need to do. So that's it. But I'm doing Parsifal simply because I want an aircraft carrier to replace Graf Zeppelin. In the future, do not build a fleet around a priority ship until, you know, because it just takes too long. Your fleet ideas, your fleet planning might change by the time these ships are built. It can take years. It can take a year to build these ships. Okay. It's not so much the experience. You can probably focusing on having a fully limit broke fleet of the same type of faction ship. You can do the experience. You can work it down and get it done in a couple of months, 4, 5, 6 months. Okay, not that big a deal. The problem is the blueprints. You need 600. I think it's 534 blueprints after to fully get them started up, and that is not something that can be done fast. It just can't. Okay, the only way to get the blueprint chips is through the lab. It's through the research academy and running these. As you can see right now, I'm running one for FDG, so I'm guaranteed to get some FDG blueprints from this. Okay. There's also one up in here for the new ship, Azur. Okay, so. But this is the only way to get, and you're only going to get between 1, 2, or 3 at a time. The other way to get them is through the events and the event tab. This is always my first purchase. I can't see it. This is blueprints for FDG and two other ships that require all of the actual 2 points, you know, the high level, what we call DR ships. So that's what those are for. This is the only way to get the blueprints for them. Okay. So it takes time. So just don't build a fleet around one of the ships and expecting it to, you know, hold water. I mean, you can fully limit break and get another gunship up to the 20 in a month or two. So don't build, you know, don't build a fleet around it. You know, build a fleet that complements it so that it can be moved in. That's what I did. I had Bismarck, Tirpitz, and Graf Zeppelin. Okay, good. That's a good solid set with Rune U, Rune. I think I've got them right here so you can see it. See, this is it. See, FDG. I've got Tirpitz in here. Prince Heinrich, Rune U, Rune. Okay, priority ship. Okay, priority ship. FTG recently, I was running some stuff in Operation Siren that required battleship. It was used. Some of the bosses in Operation Siren have immunities or damage resistance, I should say, to certain types of damage. Some of the bosses I was fighting had immunity to aircraft carrier damage. They needed to be done by shelling, so I had Tirpitz in there. But normally, I will have Graf Zeppelin in there under normal circumstances. But you know, Operation Siren is in no way, shape, or form normal circumstances, which is what I enjoy doing it so much. I love to just mess around in there. But yeah, so Graf Zeppelin is what I normally have there. Where's she at? Where's Graf Zeppelin? There she is. So normally, and this is what I would normally run. About 3 weeks ago, um, FDG began to surpass Tirpitz in terms of damage. Even though she's still short a star and not fully done, she's already beating Tirpitz. So she replaced Tirpitz. My second weakest link on this particular one was Graf Zeppelin. She does okay damage. She's in no way, shape, or form bad. She's an excellent carrier. She's not going to be better than Percival. So Percival will be a replacement for her in the distant future. Okay. So as you can see, I'm running 14.3.380, 14.384. Okay. So this, you know, and this is just a massive. Okay. The command cat's in the fort right now, so I think that's why I got taken out. But normally I have my Meow officers in here. I have 2 special sets for Army staff and Armed Blood for my Meow officers. But yeah, so this is what I run. So that's why I'm leaning towards Percival. She's an aircraft carrier for the Iron Blood, and I'm looking for another aircraft carrier for the Iron Blood. So that's where we're at in that terms. All right, so that's, yeah, so PR4 ships are up. They're good ships, okay? But understand that you need to, that building a fleet around them is not something that you know, wait until you've developed a little bit. You know, if you're a new player, you're not going to be able to build FTG because you have to. It requires fleet tech points to develop. Okay, I can develop all the ships because I have a ton of fleet tech points because I have buku ships fully limit broke in all of the factions. So it's not a big deal for me. But when you're starting out, it takes a little while to build that stuff up. Okay, so focus on these. You know, for your PR2 ships. Like I say, you know, everybody has their own choice, but you know, I would keep it. I would keep it simple. Okay, I would really keep it simple. In terms of PR2, I would focus on, you know, Seattle, Georgia, would be one of the 2 that I would focus on because you can complete those, you know, and work those in. You should have a lot of Eagle Union ships limit broke at the beginning of the game because you get a lot of them. So you should be able to build a fleet, okay, to earn those type of points. So, you know, it might be something you can work in. You can start working on the blueprints, get them built. Or if you're not, you know, if you don't want to do focus on it, then of course FDG, okay, and get her built. Be a long time before you can actually utilize her, but at least you'll have her developed. Okay, but again, it takes a lot of faction points to get her. Okay, so that's where we're at in that terms. But yeah, and these PR4, these are great ships. Yeah, so we've got these 2 are DR ships, meaning a normal ship, PR ship, requires 1 million on the first collection and 2 million on the second collection. But Azur and Kuyu are DR, which means they require 1.2 on the first and 2.4, which is 3.6. So understand 600,000 more experience will need to be generated for them. Okay, as well as they are pretty high up in the tech point tree there. But yeah, so I'm probably going to go for Percival just because I want another aircraft carrier, and she does a ton of damage because she's got an S rating to attack skills. So definitely something that I'm looking for. So I'll probably start with her. Okay. I really do love the design on Azur and really do love design on Hekaruyu, but you know, I like the fact too that they do S on aviation, and Azur has an S on hit points, so I mean they're going to be survivable. But you know, it's just, but no, I'm really, really was looking for Percival. So it looks like we have a good set of carriers. So we have. So we got one carrier here. We got, she's carrier. 2 carriers. And she's a battleship. So she does have pretty good S on firepower and S on hit points. So Marco Polo is definitely something to consider. Need Iron Blood and Royal Navy tech points. And you can use Sardinia Empire or Royal Navy Empire fleets on this, which means if you're running a Sardinia Empire or Royal Navy, then you could utilize them for the experience as well. So that makes her a little bit more flexible in terms of getting the 3 million experience that you need. So that's something about. But yeah, but they did a really excellent design. But I'm probably going to go for Percival at this point, and I actually do have to choose one to develop. So let's go ahead. I have to wait 24 hours because I did my PR2s and I changed it over to her, so I have to wait 24 hours. So as you can see, so I'm going to start putting some of the blueprints I have to use on these guys, and start leveling them up. And maybe I could start utilizing them sometime in the near future. But yeah, so PR4 is up. Really good designs on the ship, guys. Definitely something that you might want to look into. But remember, don't build a fleet around a PR ship, because you have to wait. You know, after you develop it, it's still got to be all the blueprints that need to be gathered, and there is no quick way to do it. You know, it's purely done through the lab during research projects. So it takes a really, really long time to build up the actual blueprints that you need to finish the ship. So, but you know, try to choose a ship like what you in the future. I want to run this, and that should be the one you choose. And then you just gotta grind it out. It is what it is. Hopefully, it looks like now, based on this, that they will be opening up blueprint acquisition events for PR2 ships. Right now, they are solely PR1 ships. These right here. So these are all PR1 based ships. Now, if they release PR4 ships, hopefully they'll start going PR2 blueprint completion plans for other characters. It'd be awesome to have an FDG or a Georgia or a Seattle print come up. It's 30 blueprints. I think with 30 blueprints, I'd almost be able to complete George's fleet simulation. So hopefully they'll have something for PR2. They said they were going to open it up in the future. So it looks like, I would assume that since they're offering PR2 experience now, that PR2 ships will probably be available in the blueprint form, which will be awesome. All right, so that's all I got. But yeah, I just want to let everybody know that the PR4 ship's up. Crosswave is up, so get in there and knock that out, and get those challenges. If you can do the XE, run the XE, as you'll get more experience from that. All right. So everybody, again, thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on a bell, you'll be notified each time I do drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video, as that does help the channel immensely. So this is Kendrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.